Hey, welcome back to my channel. I'm Michelle Spieler. I'm a 30-year professional makeup artist, and I'm the creator of Mature Makeup Masterclass, a series of 23 videos on mature technique. You can always go to my link in every video and watch the quick intro video. It's under 2 minutes. My hair's a little crazy right now. I apologize. I did a heatless blowout and I must have wrapped it weird because this is just not wanting to work. So we're gonna clip this out of the way and we are gonna get started. I'm so glad you're here. We're doing a whole face of Charlotte Tilbury makeup today. So we're gonna jump right into it. I don't know what's wrong with my voice other than I'm coming off of having the dreaded virus. I'm so sorry I didn't do a video last Saturday, but I was sick. So, I wanted to do my Charlotte Tilbury video then, and well, it didn't work out. Now, I already have a full face of skincare on, and I also have SPF, but I put it on hours ago, and I can tell you this about makeup. Makeup does not go pretty on dry skin, even if it's really well moisturized. Like my skin, I had Sonia Roselli, so you know, it feels very supple, it feels very bouncy still, it feels very hydrated, but it still hasn't, it's been a couple hours. So we're gonna use the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream because after all, it's a Charlotte Tilbury video and I love her Magic Cream so much. And it has a primer built into it. I'm gonna do my little trick where I do the tiniest bit of Aquaphor under my eyes. I like to do the jar because it's packed hard, so this way you just pick up the tiniest bit. But this has I've been doing this Aquaphor trick for, I'd say a solid 2 months now, and it's my favorite trick in the world. I don't put it on my whole face. I just put it through my parentheses and I put it around my eyes, okay? And I absolutely love what is going on with my, hold on. I think I got skincare or sunscreen or some, okay, that looks a little bit better. Okay, let's get started. Okay, I already have brows on too, but other than that, we're doing a full face of the Charlotte Tilbury, and I can't wait to try it. Now, Charlotte Tilbury came out with this brand new product. I thought this was a foundation stick. I don't think it is. It's called her Unreal Skin Sheer Glow Tint Hydrating Foundation Stick, but I don't really think it's a foundation stick. I think it's more of, the way it was described to me, it's really like her Hollywood Flawless filter, but in a stick. So if you've ever used the Hollywood Flawless filter, you know that you can almost get away wearing it alone. It's just so pretty. Okay, so I'm only gonna put that, yeah, see that glow? I wouldn't wear that on every inch of my face. That does not make sense. But I am going to pounce it with a little tiny bit of a sponge, because then we'll have this beautiful glow. It's kind of, I think it's Hollywood Flawless filter in a stick, because let me see if you can see. Okay, see, you can see sun damage on my hands. Let's go over that real quick. See how you can still see the sun damage, but just depending, see it's got that beautiful like pearlescent highlight in there. So it, from certain angles it masks the sun damage, but look, really it's all still there. So I don't know, I think I'm a little confused why this is called a foundation stick, but Hollywood Flawless filter in a stick, I would definitely say this is, and I love it. I really think it's beautiful. Then I'm gonna go in with her Beautiful Skin. I think I'm the last person in America to try Beautiful Skin. I remember when it launched, I just saw really mixed reviews on it. And honestly, I just didn't feel like spending my money on it. But guess what? I would say half of this Charlotte Tilbury gave me in PR, and half of it I bought myself. So I'll try to remember which is which, but just so you know, some of this I did by myself. And this is one of them. So I'm gonna do, I think, just one pump. I probably could use a brush, but you know what I think I'm gonna do? I think I'm just gonna do my fingers. Oh yeah. Yesterday I used this just to play with it before I started this video today, and it required 2 pumps. I used a brush and it required 2 pumps. Well, guess what? Look how much is on my face right now by just using 1 pump in my hands. So if that doesn't show you how much brushes and sponges absorb the product before even getting to your face, okay? Because this is 1 pump and I don't need more than this. Now I dampened the sponge last night, and sometimes it stays nice and damp, but I would say this is kind of in between damp and dry. So I wish it was a little more damp, but I don't feel like dampening it. I think it will do the job. But I did try this yesterday. I wore it all day yesterday, to the point where even a couple people on TikTok and Instagram said, oh my gosh, what's your complexion product today? It's so pretty. And it's this beautiful skin. Now I would say this beautiful skin is just a medium buildable foundation, but you know that's my favorite. I don't really do full coverage. Full coverage is just not really my thing. If it's your thing, then I think what I would do is I would still, like if you were in my chair and you said, oh Michelle, you know, I have a wedding and I want to be so beautiful, but I want to look good close up, I think I would do the beautiful skin on you, and then I would go in with her concealer to give you more coverage in some areas, or my friend Leah's French face to give you more coverage in some areas. But we are going to do concealer much later, because I'm going to do eyes first. So I'm going to leave the under eye kind of naked. Okay, I think that looks good. Let's see how it looks in this mirror. Let's see how it looks with my magnification mirror. Oh yeah, looks great. A couple areas where I used a new product the other day, and it was kind of spicy, and I don't know, I was in a hurry and I didn't pay attention to it. Well, then I used it again the next night, and it was really spicy, especially all around my nose where we have that real tender membrane skin. And turns out there was an acid in the product, and I did it 2 nights in a row, and so I'm kind of sloughing off a little bit because it was just a little bit too strong of a peel for me, and I wasn't even going for a peel. That's the crazy thing. I didn't want a peel. Okay, what I really want right now is I really want my brow gel, and then I'm also gonna powder my face. Now, if you don't know, the Airbrush Flawless Powder is one of the most beautiful powders in the world. Now, I consider this to be a finishing powder, not a setting powder, but I'm gonna do it for both. So what's the difference between a finishing powder and a setting powder? A setting powder is literally meant to set the foundation, to set it, to make it stay, to, you know, even everything out a little bit, but really just to make that liquid foundation, concealer, whatever you put under it, the setting powder keeps it in place. It keeps everything nice and set. A finishing powder is this, and what it does is it's finely milled and it's meant to go over the face when you're all done, and it just blurs pores. It makes your skin look a little bit more airbrushed, but I'm gonna use it both ways today. This is an old one of mine that you can tell it's dirty, but I'm number one fair. Number one fair, just because I like it to be very translucent. But I think it's so pretty. I also have a really nice color corrector by her, but I don't like it under the eyes, but I could go around there with it. But you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna move on to eyes. So I bought this little palette yesterday myself because the only eyeshadows I have of Charlotte Tilbury is I have the Rocker Chick palette, which I've used before. It's all like grays and silvers, really pretty. And then I have two of her palettes in my Pro Kit, and they're the really long ones. One is Pillow Talk and one was one of her other ones, I don't know. But I got her, no, this isn't Pillow Talk. I didn't want Pillow Talk. I got Exaggerize. I got Exaggerize. To me, it was a little more neutral than the, hello, Stanley Cup. It was a little more neutral than the Pillow Talk. And plus, I wanted to use this as my base. So this is a copper, what does she call this? This is her Walk of No Shame. I forget what this is called, but it's her eyeshadow pots. And they're kind of spongy and gel-like. And I've had one before and I lost it. I don't know where it is. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. Now before that sets, I kind of want to go in and I mean, you saw how little I used. I took one little teeny bit of it, transferred it to both fingers. Oh God, I love that. Now that's going to be too much color for a lot of you. I understand that. I totally get that this would be too much color for a lot of people. So I'm gonna kind of shear it out a little bit, but I just thought this copper will be so fun with my hair color. And I also thought this is something that I could definitely wear year round. And I really wanted to try it. I think her pots are really nice. Now they do have a shimmer, but it can go on like a wash. See how that's more of a wash of color compared to this? You can put it on heavier too. You can layer it. My voice sounds funny, doesn't it? My voice does not. Something's wrong with my voice. It feels dry and quivery. Oh. So Rob got the virus first, and then I came down with it really badly about 4 days after him. Thankfully, Gracie never got it. So we're really, really thankful that Gracie never got it. Okay, so it probably looks like a lot more on camera than it does in person because I'm looking in the mirror and this just looks like a wash of color. It looks like it's really, really sheer, like a watercolor, as opposed to like, but see, I could go out with some eyeliner and mascara and that is great. And it looks great with my hair color. And they come in about 8 different shades. I really like these. I do, and they stay well from what I can remember. I've had one before. I think I had a bronzy one and it stayed really well. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with a fuller brush and I'm gonna get this kind of deeper color here. And I'm gonna start building up the crease a little bit. I probably should have done one eye just with this, just so some of you could see how, see how neutral that is? That is pretty. And even on the photo at Ulta, it was just a very nice neutral eye. And I have so many colors. I like a lot of colors on the eyes, but I also sometimes just like a classic neutral eye. And now I feel like I'm not really showing you what this looked like because I got this copper under it, but I just got so excited when I saw that copper. Plus I know I was wearing this purple today. What do we think of my dress? You know, I never wear, when do I wear dresses on camera? Like never? Yeah, I never ever wear dresses on camera, but I subscribe to this new clothing company where you get 6 pieces of clothing a month. You can get more, but the 6 pieces are for, I think it's $98 for 6 pieces. And this beautiful dress, I wore this to the Charlotte Tilbury brunch. I was invited to a beautiful Charlotte Tilbury brunch in Nashville just 2 Sundays ago. And I wore this, and this dress, if I wanted to buy it from the subscription service, their name is Nuuly. If I wanted to buy this, it would be $158, but I got this and 5 other pieces for $98. So it's great if you go to events and you get seen in public and you don't want to keep wearing the same thing over and over again. Now you guys know me, I don't go anywhere. Where do I go? I don't go anywhere. But I knew I had some things coming up, and I just wanted to start wearing some different things on camera. I'm so sick of wearing the same thing. I'm gonna take this real light bone color. I'm gonna go just right there under the brow. Just right there under the brow. Isn't that pretty? And then I'm gonna go on that inner corner. So anyway, I wanted to wear this dress one more time before I ship it back. And I thought, what perfect timing to wear for my Charlotte Tilbury video. I love it. Okay, now I'm gonna clean some of this up because it's gotten a little messy. But you know what? Let's clean it up on camera so that you can see if you get messy, then you'll know kind of what to do. I don't know about you, but I learned by watching others. I learned by mimicking. Okay, so I'm gonna take my finger with this really pretty shimmery color. This is another reason why I wanted this palette. And I'm gonna go, oh, so pretty. I love Charlotte Tilbury shimmers because they are super, super, super shimmery. I mean, they almost look like spun metal. Okay, and I'm just gonna put it on the inside of the eyelid only. And close up, oh, I don't know if you can tell, but close up it has a little bit of a microscopic glitter in it. So yeah, this is a gorgeous, if you want one of those great everyday palettes, this is called Exaggerize. And see this color right here? It's just, look at that. That's just kind of a rosy taupey brown, isn't it? Let's see, let's put it right here. See, it's kind of a rosy taupey brown, and then we've got this shimmery color, and then we've got the light one there. And then this kind of here, this is nice too. Let me show you. Let me see if I can find it. See? That's nice too, a little bit of a taupe. Anyway, I love that palette. I thought, oh, that's a great one for every day. And so I had to buy this copper though. I had to buy that copper. I just had to have it. Okay, I'll tell you what though. I'll tell you this. I'm gonna do this pretty color here under my eyes. I need a little bit of shadow under my eye, and now you can see how it looks with nothing under it. See that? It's kind of a rosy, you wouldn't think that this color would be this, but it is. It's definitely, it looks so neutral. And maybe it is, but when it goes on the eye, it just has this great pigment. See that? Isn't that pretty? I love it. Okay, now I'm gonna take a little bit of this brush. I'm having trouble talking. My voice, it feels very quivery today. And it doesn't feel like my throat, it feels like more in my neck. I feel very quivery, it's very weird. Okay, I love that. Okay, so I do not have an eye pencil or mascara from Charlotte Tilbury, but honestly, any dark brown. I wanted to do dark brown just because of these colors. I didn't want to go with black. I'm also gonna do a brown mascara and a brown lash today. And so that's why I just picked dark brown. This is a company called Persona Cosmetics in dark brown. And I'm also gonna go up on the waterline, just the top. I'm just tight lining the top. I'm not gonna do my lower rim, okay? And then I'm going to do, I bought a mascara by the brand Essence because it's brown. See how brown it is? I didn't want anything too dark because I'm just gonna do a fake lash. Usually I do fake lashes first, but I kind of wanted you guys to see this really pretty. By the way, I don't think Charlotte Tilbury makes a brown mascara. If she does, I would say it's probably your typical black brown. But I didn't even, honestly, I didn't even look at her mascara because I knew I was gonna be doing a fake lash with this look today. Look at that beautiful shimmer on the eyelid. I love that. It's really pretty. Yeah, this is a nice mascara. It's only $5. Actually, it might be cheaper. It might be $3.99. Essence mascara from Ulta. And I like it for my brown lashes. I needed a brown mascara. My beautiful YSL, I think, is all dried up. I tried the Too Faced chocolate, didn't like it at all. I don't know why, I just didn't. Probably because I was coming off of YSL, which is the best. Okay, I'm gonna talk to you while I get these ready. I've made a decision. I might do a video on this. You'll have to let me know in comments if that's something you would even be interested in. But there is a trend going around TikTok right now called face blindness or eyebrow blindness or lip blindness, and it's where you are blind to the fact that you are so far off your baseline. So for someone who like did a really extreme ombre brow, right? And they made their brows look ridiculous, and everyone in the world would look at their brows like this except for themselves, right? Because to them, it took, you know, a long time to get it to look that good, and they don't realize it doesn't look good. Same with over plumped lips. I think we can all agree. I mean, listen, you do whatever you want. That's our motto here. You get to age your way, you get to do whatever you want. But I mean, I think we're seeing really just the pinnacle of lips, over plumped lips, and people are getting blindness to it, and they're going bigger and they're going bigger, and from the side they've got this huge like shelf, and they don't see it. They don't see what we see. So I noticed that I think the same thing's happening with me, in that I haven't been happy with my Botox since I moved to Nashville, because I left my injector from North Carolina who did the most soft, natural look for 3 years. And even my husband didn't know the first year I had it done. He didn't even know, because she did it so soft, so natural. She's a top 100 injector. And I just can't find anyone like her here. Now, the girl I go to, I love personally. And I think that we could probably get to a place, you know, but she's still learning me and I'm learning her. And I told her to put Botox around my eyes because I wanted it to make me look younger for my big Ulta Beauty trip. And you know what? It didn't. It made me look older. Remember that. Sometimes we do procedures and it actually makes us look older. You know, and she's always trying to talk me into filler, but I don't want filler. I think filler is dangerous for my face, and I'm not telling you not to do filler, but that's another thing. I'm seeing a lot of face blindness with filler, and I've followed a lot of people now for 2 years on TikTok, and I've seen their face completely change in 2 years to the point where they kind of look odd to me, but then you know how when someone looks odd because you've known them a while and you can't figure out why they look odd? And you might be thinking about that about me, and you would be right, because this Botox is not good that I got in June. But you don't know it because you haven't seen their original face in a couple of years. Well, TikTok does this thing where they show you old videos. All the time people are watching videos of mine from 3-4 years ago, and I'm like, how are you even seeing that? But TikTok will push them out. Well, I saw this 2 girls the other day, 2 different girls, and I saw their original videos from a long, long time ago when I first started following them. And I was like, oh my gosh, they have really done so much filler and so much Botox. They look like a completely different person, and not in a good way. And I think this face blindness is a real thing. I really think it's a real thing, and I think I fell into it. You know, I'm always gonna talk to you here like I talk to my closest friends, okay? Because I want us all to be safe here. I want us all to be able to talk about the hard things, and I don't want to ever hide anything from anyone. And also, I want to help prevent some of you from going down the avenue of face blindness, because you're gonna look, my nose is flaking, you're gonna start looking pictures of yourself, and you're gonna look, or yeah, it's most, I don't notice as much in person as when I see a photo of myself, and then I look at it and I'm like, I don't like how I look, I don't like how my eyes look, I don't like how my smile looks. And then you realize that you've slowly gone off course. Like, what do they say about in the whole like sailing analogy? Like, even if you move the wheel just 1 degree, well, over time that's going to take you so far away from your destination. I think that's what's happening with all this face blindness. I think people are doing little tweaks, little tweaks, little tweaks, little tweaks, and they're not going back to the baseline, which is what their original face looks like. And then I think they wake up one day and nobody really recognizes them, and they might not even recognize themselves. And then you don't know how you got there, and you don't know what can be done. So then you talk to your injector, and they're like, well, let's try this, and let's try this, and let's try. Well, of course, that's how they make money. So they recommend all these things, and then before you know it, you're not looking like yourself anymore. And I don't think it's like evil what they're doing. I think that's just what they do. I think they just say, well, let's do this, and have you thought about this, and do you want to try this? And before you know it, you're just way off course. Okay, so I love the eyes. What do we think? So pretty. I'm going to show you too. Let's turn down the light for a minute. Oh, I love how that, do you see that beautiful sparkle? I like this light dimmer. I'm gonna go up a little bit more, but I'm not gonna be as bright as I was. Okay, we're gonna go right there. I feel like the video is too bright. Okay, contour wands. Who's ever used her contour wands? Now, you know, e.l.f. has copied Charlotte Tilbury, so you can definitely, first of all, you have to twist this, which is great because it dispenses the product, but then you can twist it shut when you put the cap back on. And if you travel with it, or if it gets squeezed at the bottom of your bag, it's never gonna leak. I didn't know that in the beginning. Okay, is this the, Okay, this is the color I want. So let's see. See how warm her contour is? To me, it feels like a bronzer. So guess what? I'm not doing bronzer today. What? Say what, Michelle? I know. I'm not gonna do bronzer today. I'm just gonna do this contour because it's so warm. It blends like butter too. Oh my God, look at that. That just blended in 2 seconds. I love that. Yeah, we're gonna do, look at that. That looks like bronzer. I actually have, in my pro kit, I have her cream bronzer. I don't like it. I don't like her cream bronzer. So I much prefer this because one, look, do you see how that just, the brush blends it in? Look at that. Okay, let's squeeze a little bit more up. Okay, we're gonna go. Okay, and then maybe, I don't know, I might have made a mistake there on the nose, but we'll see in a minute. Oh yeah, I just love this product because look at this. It just melts into the skin. Look at that. It just melts in. Look at that. That's really pretty. That's really, really pretty. Yeah, I have the contour wand in my pro kit and her cream bronzer and her Pinkgasm, which is the blush wand. And then I also have Spotlight, which is the highlighter. But because we have this like beautiful Unreal Skin foundation brush or stick, I don't feel like we need any highlighter today. I'm gonna go a little bit up the nose. I know it's kind of silly the way I contour my nose, but my nose used to have this cute little dent in it, and then from the side it went up a little bit, and of course our nose dips as we get older. We just lose some collagen and it starts to droop. My nose is so different now than it used to be, and I'm very aware of it. And you know what? It's just part of aging, right? But if I can kind of create a little bit of what my nose used to look like, then I'm gonna do that. Okay, so there's my nose, and there, should we do the jawline? Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit on the jawline. A little bit. I definitely do women's jawlines for special occasions just because I know how beautiful it looks in photograph to have a little bit of a shadow, a little bit of a chiseled jaw. And go down the neck a little bit. Yeah, that works. Okay, now you gotta remember to close it up. You can know, because if you squeeze it, nothing comes up. You've done it properly. Okay, there's a new blush that I didn't know about, but you know what we gotta do first? We gotta do some concealer. This is her beautiful skin concealer. I also bought this a long time ago. I think the color is too light, but I'll tell you what shade I bought. Number 4, Fair. Usually in a 3 or a 4, you start to think, oh, that's kind of light medium, but not in Charlotte Tilbury. Number 4 is still considered fair. So I'm gonna, that's not too bad. We'll put it right there on my hand. And remember, I've got that little bit of Aquaphor. I like to do concealer before I do blush, so that way I don't have the raccoon eyes. And then I look carefully and make sure that no sparkles, no shadow, no fallout, no clumps of mascara. Okay. And you notice I'm not going under, see my lower eyelid? I'm not going, we never want to take the concealer too close to the lower eyelid. One, because it can make the eyes look too pinched, too narrow and pinched. And also because it makes our eye look fuller to have some nice shadow under the eye. If you have a natural, lower eyelid. Not everyone has a lower eyelid, but most people do. And then I see people take concealer all the way up to the lower eyelid, and that just doesn't look right. Okay, and then left over, I'm gonna go around the nose because I'm quite red. Okay, that looks really good. Now, I remember not loving this concealer when it first came out, but I didn't do the Aquaphor trick back then. I'm telling you, that Aquaphor trick, it makes all the difference in the world. Look at how beautiful that looks. Do you see that beautiful radiance? And I like it because it's not too heavy. So that's the Beautiful Skin Concealer. Really pretty, really, really pretty. Of course, French Face is always going to be my #1, but I also love to support my friend Leah, but also I just really love French Face. Okay, now I'm going to take their blush in Pillow Talk. It is a matte blush wand. And remember, you're going to twist it and you're going to squeeze a little out. Ooh, okay, let's see. Okay. Squeeze a little out. Okay. Twist it back up to make sure nothing's coming out of it. And I'll tell you the thing about Charlotte Tilbury. Her formulas just melt right into the skin. I mean, it really melts. Bravo, Charlotte Tilbury. So you might see other companies duping these wands. You might see other companies duping the Hollywood Flawless Filter, and that's nice. That's nice for people who are like, Michelle, no matter what, I'm never gonna be able to afford Charlotte Tilbury. I get it, I get it. I was like a little blush up here just because if you got a little bit of sun, you would get a little bit of, and I like a little bit of blush on the nose. You don't have to. Some people don't like that look. I love that look because I always had, wait, make sure this is, okay. You squeeze it, nothing comes up, you know you've sealed it properly. Oh, I love that. I love that because I've got this little bit of shimmer that's peeking through the beautiful skin. So when I put a matte liquid over it, I still have that beautiful glow, but it looks like I'm glowing from within and I don't have like a shimmer product sitting on top of my face. Oh, I love that. I love it. Love, love. Take a little bit out here, what's left on, okay. Oh. I haven't worn Charlotte Tilbury in a while, and I'm gonna tell you, I feel beautiful. I wish I had somewhere special to go. I feel beautiful. Okay. Pillow Talk lip liner. I chop up the video to make it easier to edit. So pretty. Really pretty. I don't think I've ever had the Pillow Talk lip liner. Now here is Pillow Talk Fair. She has Pillow Talk Original. She has Pillow Talk Medium. She has Pillow Talk Deep, and this is Pillow Talk Fair. which is just a beautiful nude. It's like a nude peachy pink. It's definitely got kind of a beige tone to it. I love, oh, I mean, this is so Charlotte Tilbury. This is so elevated and this is beautiful. If I was going to a special event, I would definitely, I could do a whole face of this. Okay, now this is the Orgasm, her Plumpgasm. So it's the big lip plumping gasm. I hate gasm. I hate orgasm. I hate all that. It's like, why do, because little girls buy this and I don't like that. I understand like it's, you know, kitschy and cute for women, but not just women buy makeup. And it was always so embarrassing to me as a professional makeup artist. Like if I did any type of like senior portrait or teen models, I did a lot of teen models in North Carolina, and then they would love a blush and I'd be like, oh, it's NARS Orgasm. You know, it's like so embarrassing. Okay, so we're gonna take a little bit more of the finishing powder. Now, if you have oily skin or more noticeable pores, you wanna take, you can get these on Amazon for pennies, but you wanna take a triangle sponge, you wanna tap, 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 and you wanna press, okay? But for someone like me, who's more normal to, I'm pretty normal. Maybe in the winter, I might get a little bit more normal to dry, but I would say I'm pretty normal skin. Then I wanna go around the nose so it doesn't look like I'm greasy, chin, upper lip, right here. The center of our face is, if we get shiny, we can look like we just stuck our face in a bucket of KFC chicken. We don't wanna look like that. It's totally fine to have a beautiful shine out here, up here on the top of, you know what I'm saying? But you don't want it where our biggest pores are, around here, because it's just gonna look greasy. But you can be shiny everywhere else. See, I've got a beautiful shine up here, my brow bone, look at this. I love this C shape. I call that a C shape. It's this beautiful highlight that goes all around the eye. I like a little bit right here on the nose. I don't like it on the sides of the nose, but I like a little bit there. And then of course we always want to make sure our upper lip looks dry so we don't look like we're having a hot flash. And then what do we do? What do we do next? I think you know. I think you know. Let me see. What was my #1 setting spray of all time? Charlotte Tilbury. They make a travel size. I don't know if you know that. Oftentimes her large one is sold out. So if you can get the travel size, that's what I did the very first time I ever tried this many years ago. It might have been 2018, 2019. I had to buy the travel size. I used it in my pro kit. I was like, whoa. And then I started buying it in the big size, but Ulta right now has a back to school sale and they have these in the travel size and I absolutely love them. Okay, let's take out the hair. Wow. I feel like a diva. I feel like a glamazon. Now, if I had on high heels and was like 5'10", watch out. I would feel like a Victoria's Secret's model. 57-year-old edition, of course. This is beautiful. This is, I feel beautiful. Like, I feel like I could literally get married in this makeup. I feel like I could go to like a red carpet event with this makeup. I think if I did go a red carpet event, the only thing I would do is I would probably intensify the contour, the blush a little bit heavier, and I would do heavier, I think, eyeliner, and I would smoke a dark shadow in the outer corner just a little bit. That's the only thing I would change about this if I was going to an evening red carpet event. Other than that, this is 100% one of my favorite looks I've ever done. That is so beautiful. And it wears well. It wears well. It was almost 100 degrees yesterday. I wore this all day. Gracie and I ran errands last night. We were in and out of the car, 93 degrees. This looked great until I took it off late last night. Looked great. I'm really impressed with this Pillow Talk matte blush. But see that beautiful sheen, because I have this. And let me show you this color, because they also sent me a lighter one. Let me show you this. That's the number 4. So if you have fair skin, like I'm light, and the 4 is like probably okay on my face with makeup over it. But look at this. Look at this big, beautiful bag. They gave us a lot of product at the event. But then a lot of it I bought. A lot of what I've showed you today I bought. Okay, let me show you the other shade of the Unreal, because they sent me number 2. I could have easily done number 2, but honestly, let me see. Oh yeah, the number 4 is perfect. But I could have done number 2, but the 4 is perfect. And I'm gonna tell you, this beautiful skin is stunning, and the concealer is stunning. And it's 100% because of this. Because I've worn that concealer before and was not a fan. I'm telling you, if you have old concealers at home, if you have a drawer full of concealers that you got suckered into buying because you thought it was the next holy grail, and you were like, oh, it dries down, it gets kind of matte. I think this whole jug is $16. Look, it's almost like half the size of my head. I'm gonna have this for life, and it doesn't go bad. There's nothing in it. It can't go bad. There's nothing in it. It's literally petroleum jelly. Look at that. I like it hard. I don't want the squeezy one. It's too soft. It can go. You can put on too much, but this, you just go pat, 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 pat. This is stupid easy, and it's so pretty. And I've been wearing it every day of my life for 2 months. Not a millia in sight. Not a millia in sight. Now, if you're prone to millia, you might want to just be careful. Use it for special occasions. Okay, so you saw that number 4. There's the number 2. Okay, so the number 2 is a little bit lighter. All right. Here, let's do a little bit of this. Watch this. Okay. Ooh, look at how dimensional that made my nose. And then you see that beautiful highlight. Okay, I like the number 2 as well. I might like the number 2 better, but I did the 4 on my face under the makeup. And then this is number 4. But no, I'm sorry, number 3 neutral. Number 3 neutral, I like it. Okay, if you guys have any questions, put them in comments. Let me know if this face blindness topic has any interest for you. I don't want to waste anyone's time, but it's like, what's going on? We're all starting to look like the people from the Capitol from Hunger Games. And I feel like we're slowly at 1 degree, slowly, we're all drifting. So anyway, that to say, those of you who don't touch your face, those of you who are aging 100% naturally, kudos to you, because you still look like you. You still look like you. I don't like how I look. I feel beautiful in this. When I'm not smiling, I'm like, okay, there you are. I know that girl. But when I smile, something's wrong with my eyes. Something's wrong with my lips because I'm Botoxed right here. Never again around the mouth. I think I just need to do a whole Botox. I think I need to do a whole Botox YouTube. Botox, Dysport, Daxify, Zeoamin. There's a 5th one. I think we might need to start there. I'm not gonna do fillers because I'm just not for fillers. I'm not. If you love fillers, rock it. But I want you to really study your face and make sure you're not drifting 1 degree every 6 months, okay? I feel like some of us need to go back to baseline. We need to go back to what our face really looks like, let everything get out of our face, and then we can decide what little things to add. Because I think when you start adding things to correct other things is when we start getting in this big mess that we're all in. And listen, it's expensive. It's an expensive mess. So expensive injections, so expensive any type of procedures, you know? One last thing too, I just did a TikTok on this. People have been asking me for 6 months to try this Go Pure neck cream. And I've talked openly that my neck isn't as tight as I had hoped. But guess what? I'm down 7 pounds from my surgery. I got on the scale today and I was at 126. He said, never lose more than 5 pounds. And he was being stern with me because he knew. I think he knew. He pulled conservatively, which is fine. That's what I asked him to do. Not upset, but he knew. And so I started noticing my neck getting more saggy. Got on the scale today, I'm down to 126. I don't think my neck looks any more saggy. If anything, I think it looks pretty good. I've been using this for 2 months. It's the Go Pure Tighten and Lift Neck Cream. Tons of women who were doing Ozempic and Mounjaro, Wegovy, they call it Ozempic face. A lot of women on TikTok share their journey. And we're all so excited for them because they've lost all this weight. Well, they've got tons of hanging skin and turkey necks. And I'm saying their words, not my words. And so they all started using this and they swear by it. And some women are like, no, it didn't work for me. And some women are like, oh my gosh, this is like it's not like surgery, but it's really good. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna test it out to see if it's snake oil. So I bought it on sale. I think I got it at one of the TikTok shop sales for $39. You always want to put it on damp skin. So either do like a toner first or like a hydrating mist, or wash your face and make sure your skin's still kind of like damp and hydrated. And then a small amount is all you need. Less is more, I promise you. That's what the esthetician at the company told me. Like that much is all I need. That might even be too much. She's like, Michelle, not too much. A little goes a long way, and only put it on damp skin. So here I am not putting it on damp skin, but I feel pretty hydrated. Okay, so I've used it every day for almost every day. I'm sure there's days I skip, but I've used it for a couple months. Now I also use a really expensive neck cream by Revive, but that's like $165. And this, like I told you, I got this on sale for $39. But this is the one I use 75% of the time, and then up in my bathroom, like before I go to bed, I might throw on the Revive. Like even right now, I can feel it tightening. And I put it on earlier today, and I'm wondering if, remember how I kept saying my neck felt weird? Like when I was talking, my neck felt weird. I think it might be this. I think this is like, I think I'm feeling the tightening. So anyway, I'm not trying to talk you into it. I don't have a link for you. I don't make money on this. I'm only telling you because I think it might be making a difference. I think it might be making a difference. And so of course I'm going to tell you, but you can find it over on TikTok shop, or I think Go Pure probably has an Instagram page. Look for sales. I highly recommend buying it on sale. So you're welcome. I think I like it, but even now as I'm talking, I feel tight. Yeah, it feels tight. I don't know what they put in it. I don't even want to know. Okay, I'm gonna go hop out of this dress and maybe go get my nails done. What do we think? What do we think? We lost 3 nails. I need to go get my nails done, and then I've got a whole hair color journey I'm on where I'm doing my own hair color at home. My roots got too dark. Now my hair is growing in light, but then I've got this dark band. So I consulted with a hairstylist in Atlanta, and she broke down this whole system. So I'm going to do that tomorrow morning and try to get some of this dark out of my hair. That's a whole YouTube. Because I'm really passionate about at-home hair color, but demi only. I won't do permanent ever again. Demi hair color. and it does cover gray, but not as well as permanent, but the pros and cons outweigh the pros and cons of permanent hair color. I promise, it's amazing, okay? I will put all the Charlotte Tilbury products in this video, so you can tap on any one you want to check them out. And I will also always have my link to my Mature Makeup Masterclass intro video. I think that's it. Next week, I have no idea what I'm doing for my Wednesday Saint video, but next Saturday, I have affordable skincare because I'm getting a lot of questions about affordable skincare. I did affordable Korean skincare. Next Saturday will be affordable skincare. There will be some Korean pieces, but there's also going to be some new things that I've tried and that are so good, all under $20. I'm so excited to tell you about them. So check back next Saturday for affordable skincare. And I hope you have a beautiful weekend, and I will see you next week. Bye for now.